Hey, welcome back to Oneness Lore, and today we're going to talk about license agreements and in relation to them being used for buying or selling residential property in Queensland. Before we get any further, I'd like to remind you that this is not personalised legal advice. You can get in contact with us and we can provide that for you, or you can also seek advice from another legal professional. Now, license agreements are legal contracts. They can be. And there's normally an agreement made between a licensee and a licensor to allow the licensee to have occupation or to use property. It's often used when a buyer of a residential property would like to move furniture in prior to settlement, and it can also be used for sellers who remain at the property after settlement, and that is for a set amount of time. Now, obviously, both parties have to consent, and we would never recommend that this is done while the contract is conditional. We also don't usually recommend these in general at all. We can have some pretty extreme circumstances happen, and we don't encourage these. However, letting you know that they are available. I have had clients where they were selling a property, they allowed a buyer in, and the buyer remained at the property still 5 months after settlement was supposed to happen. Settlement kept getting extended. And it got to the point where we had to actually terminate the contract and remove them from the property. So this is worst case kind of scenario, and it can happen, letting you know that, of course. And so it's very important that both parties have sufficient insurance as well, because if things happen, such as a natural disaster, there's an incident, there's vandalism, you want the repairs of the property to be conducted as easeful and clear as possible, and timely as possible as well. So I'd also like to remind you, a license agreement is not a rental agreement. And that's for very important reasons. As you may be aware, rental agreements will often give further rights to the people, like tenants. And in this case, we're not trying to do that with the license agreement. So highly recommend that such agreements are drafted by legal professionals. And that's to ensure that the terms and conditions are to reflect what actually has been agreed upon, and that they are actually legal conditions to have as well. So if you'd like to know more about this, you're welcome to get in contact with us. You can find us at www.onenessLore.com.au or info@onenessLore.com.au. Oneness being ONENESS and Lore being LORE. And we'll see you again soon.